sore. So I'm gonna do my best to be enthusiastic and fun for this one. But I'm at the end of a week, and I'm at the end of the week, and my body has gone through a lot of workouts and a lot of dieting, and it is ready for a restful weekend. So until we get there, I'm gonna do my best to not disappoint all you wonderful people out there. And we're just gonna go ahead and yeah, we're gonna do some streaming. We're gonna do some writing. This is the good news. It's pretty low key. I don't actually have to pay close attention to a whole lot of stuff. So even if I'm a little out of it, we'll be good. We'll be good. We're gonna get through it. Maybe if we're lucky, me being a little loopy and not attentive will result in some amusing anecdotes. So cheers to that. Okay. All right. We need our thing. There I am. All right. You guessed it. We're working on random tables. It's tedious, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done if we wanna successfully build the world that I'm working on building. It's what we got to do. You know, we just got to go through with it. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how tired I am right now. I slept well last night, and I even actually felt pretty good this morning. But then I went and did my workout, and whew, I tapped out whatever reserves I had for the week on this morning's workout, which means this evening's workout is going to be, well, it's going to be an event. It's going to be an event. I'm sure I'll get through it. I'll find something in me to get through it that's like an important aspect of it for me, so I'm sure we'll get there. If only there was a way for me to stream that struggle bus for you guys to enjoy and laugh at me. But alas, I will be able to quietly live my shame without having to share any of it with any of you. One of these days I'll think about trying to like get some videos of me doing various other things outside of the stream or something, and see if we can just like play snippets of them or something. I don't know, random idea. Honestly, for a stream that really is just more of a hobby for me than anything else, probably more work than it's worth, but I don't know. I like doing stuff that you guys find entertaining, so it's like, why not, you know? It's like, why not? Okay. I don't want any of those. Ooh, we can have Medusas in there. Yeah, why not? A mountain Medusa? Mount Medusa? Nah, that sounds like a dirty activity. We're gonna just call it Medusa. Ugh. I feel like it wouldn't last very long, or it'd have to be very specific positions if you were getting freaky with a Medusa. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, there'd be some very specific positions, and it would frankly be pretty impersonal. I don't know if I'd be perfectly into it. Oh, we've had Pegasi already. Let's see here. How many Pegasi? It would be easy for you. It would be easy for you and 3 of your friends, or you and 4 of your friends, to take down 3 Pegasi. Pegasus. Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? Me bringing up that dead horse of a joke again. Oh boy, it's good stuff. Black bears? Yeah, we've had black bears. It would be easy. I'm falling into the same thing, but I mean, come on. It would be easy for you and 4 of your friends to take down 9 black bears. I love it. I absolutely love it. I just love the visual, the mental image that it provides. Ooh, griffins are fun. Griffon is fun. That's why they call them Griffon. Ah, boy. Bro shark, no, I haven't been using those. Face spiders, yeah, we've already established that face spiders can be around. Face spiders get to be anywhere. That's just, like, they have that privilege. For phase spider. My brain, I had a false equivalency of equating phase spider with space spider. And I think space spiders are arguably just as terrifying as a phase spider, but they would be very different things, very different locations. I wouldn't expect to find a space spider on the mountains. I feel like it's a little too close to home. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's this? I don't care about that. Sorry, I need to pay close attention to my phone right now. My dad purchased himself a new laptop because his old one, in fact, he didn't really even need a new laptop as far as computing power goes. His like 10-year-old laptop opens up the news websites that he likes just fine for his use. But the hinges for the screen finally gave out, so he had to replace it because it's 10 years old. It's not like they're gonna have repair parts for it. So he bought a new laptop and he's trying to set it up, and of course he lives like halfway across the state, so I can't be there to actually help him out right now. What's a Deo? I'm unfamiliar with this. Oh wait, no, D&D Beyond. That's what we're looking for. Go to D&D Beyond. Alright, what is this monster? What are you? Ooh, that's rad. Ah, greedy malicious genies. That's rad. Yeah, we'll throw in some Dow. Is it what? One of them is hard? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like that. But yeah, so I can't be there to help my dad with his laptop. But he's what he's running into issues with. Did we say Ettins can be here? Yeah, we did. What he's running into is the struggle of trying to understand how to get Firefox back on his computer. Because Microsoft continues to make Edge more and more pushy by the day. So apparently when he tries to search and download Firefox, Edge won't leave him alone, telling him that he's making a mistake. And so he's all worried he's gonna mess up his brand new computer. And he's like, and he wants like either me or my brother-in-law to help. Because he doesn't want to go to Geek Squad and pay them money to do it. So I gotta pay attention in case he texts me with questions or issues with it. Because I want to make sure. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Did I do that right? Hold up. Yeah, I did. I did that right. Okay. So yeah, I gotta pay attention to make sure I can help him out. Poor guy. He knows how to use computers relatively well for a man his age. But considering he's in his 60s, like, well, for his age, it's a low bar. That's a low bar for him to have to surpass. I love him. I love him to death. I love my dad to death. But he has entered the role of old guy who cannot learn new stuff pretty willfully, truthfully speaking. He's pretty comfortable with that. He kind of prefers it that way. I think he plays it up just so that he doesn't have to do stuff, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, I think he does it just because he, like, you know, like, I think my dad's a smart man. You know, he's always a very successful, well-educated man. Smarter than he gives himself credit for. But as I get older, and the more I understand the plague of being capable and how that pretty much always puts you in the position of being expected by other people. Oh wait, no. Oh, I would have done the hippogriff, but that's fine. I'm able to come up again. How being, you know, a capable individual puts you constantly in the position of people asking you to do stuff. I more and more start to suspect that my dad plays up his technological incompetence for the sake of not having to do things with computers, just because he doesn't want to and it's time consuming. So, and I mean, fuck it, man. The man single-handedly raised myself. Well, not single-handedly raised. He was the sole income driver for our family when I grew up. My mom stayed home with us so that they didn't have to pay for babysitting. So my dad was the breadwinner for the family for like 45 years of his life. Like my dad, he has earned every second of lazy retirement that he is enjoying now. But there's still a certain bemusement that comes with the fact that, now, I know you're a smart man. I know you know how to Google search a problem and find a solution. I know you know how to read a book to find a solution if that's what you need to do. And yet somehow, no matter what it is, it falls on me to take care of it next time I visit. As will likely end up being the case with this new computer of his that he just got. And it's like, you know what? He's been a wonderful father. He's done so much for me over the years that, yeah, it's fair. It's my turn to help him out as he gets to a point in his life that he just doesn't feel like going through the trouble. It's just so funny to talk about it that way. No, he's perfectly capable. He just doesn't want to. No, mediums here. Man, see, we're getting into the higher level things in the mountains here for, like, the monsters. And it's getting to the point. Oh shit! See there? Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Okay, hold on. Let me check. He just sent me a text. Let's see here. Did he figure it out? Oh my god, my dad cracks me up. Sorry about this. He is. So my dad, in his efforts to try and circumnavigate the Windows startup stuff that he doesn't want, has grown frustrated. So he is turning the laptop off and waiting until one of us can be there. One of his kids can be there to help him figure it out. Bless his heart. So this adventure has swiftly come to an end. The good news is I live hours away, so it will probably fall onto the shoulders of my sister and brother-in-law to get him going with that. I don't think I'm gonna need to worry about it. Let's see. We've already established that stone giant dreamwalkers are around. Let's do that again. Golly, my dad cracks me up. I love him. Stone giant dreamwalker. Did we put the Galabdurs in there? I know we were discussing them before. I don't think we did. I don't see them anywhere in there. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're not there, but given that they're... hold on, I don't even remember what they were. It's awkward. Galab... Dur? Is that how you spell it? I always get the H's... I always get confused about where the H belongs for, like, Dur. Oh yeah, these guys. These little nuggets there. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with them being there. I think that makes sense. They're, like, pretty thematic there. Excuse me. Alright, yeah, they're right at that in between. Alright, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. It's too much work to try and think about how to switch that around. Come on, give me something I can work with. The problem is that, like, everything is starting to get more and more high level and abstract here, which isn't the flavor that I want to go for on the mountain surface. Because remember, we're working on the on the tops of the mountains right now. So I don't want to get too wild and crazy, because we're going to start using all of that stuff, all of the goofy, weird stuff in the underground parts of the mountains, the Duergar regions and stuff. Like, that's going to be I think that's going to be just thematically much more on point with how I envision my world here, so. And, like, that's just it. It's my world, so I can do what I want. Deal with it. Alright, Barghest, God, my brain is so addled right now. I can't remember what anything looks like. Oh yeah, the Barghests, they're just like the weird, goofy, man-faced wolves. I don't want them there. Cyclops. Yeah, we don't have any hard encounters with Cyclopses. Beans. Can't use the Cyclops. Gallagher, we already did that. Stone Melder, no. Yeah, see, everything's just getting so wild and wacky. The other issue, too, is there's so many things like the orcs and the humans and stuff like that, which, again, thematically don't fit in the mountains of my world. Doesn't really make sense. We could put an owlbear. An owlbear isn't the worst one. I've been kind of avoiding them just because I always feel like it's pretty cliche for owlbears to be everywhere. They're one of those monsters that just kind of gets overused, if you ask me. But, you know what? Screw it. We're running out of ideas, so yeah, we'll do the owlbears. Okay. Oof. Oh, man. So it's so stupid. It's not actually like any injury or health issue, but one of the reasons I'm like so tired and uncomfortable right now is last night at the kickboxing gym, we were working on drills for staying in the pocket and working on like shovel hooks, which is kind of a lot of technical jargon, but basically what it means is you're like bumping shoulders with someone and you're hitting them in the ribs, is essentially what it comes to, is what we were practicing on. It's a good way to deal with someone who has the tendency to charge in, move forward, and just kind of like put the ram horns on and just like charge in at you no matter what you do. It's a good way to handle that, because then it's like, okay, you can come in and then I'll like scoop around and get that uppercut into the ribs and stuff. So it's a really handy thing to learn. But the way you train it is, the way we train in general is we practice on each other, because it's one thing to practice on a bag, and it's certainly not a bad thing to practice on a bag. But Pegasus, there we go. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to train on a bag, but if you train on another person, it's a lot easier to understand the angles, to understand sort of how someone might move to defend against it, and so on and so forth. So we train with each other, but we have these like big, like we have a bunch of pads at the gym that are like these big belly pads. Like think about a giant belt that covers your whole like abdomen and has a lot of padding, goes all the way around, right? So we put those on so that we can hit there. Well, the one that myself and my partner grabbed, the padding was so dead on that thing, I questioned whether it was actually even helpful to be wearing it at all. It was the worst. It was the absolute worst. But like, it was the only one left. We were, we dilly-dallied getting over to the equipment shelf, and that's the one we grabbed. And oh man, it was not fun. And so my sides right now, like my love handles are like, I'm not joking. My love handles are like bruises, like as big around as my face, just covering my side, and it is so uncomfortable right now. I'm so unhappy about the situation. I'm in a significant amount of discomfort. I don't know if the Cyclops is going to be great. I think it throws them up almost 2,000 experience above. So, hey, Shifting Wolf, how's it going? Evening, y'all are in a different part of the world. It's just barely afternoon around here. But that's cool. I hope they heal quick too. They'll stop hurting probably by the end of the day, truthfully speaking. That's usually how it works. Like when they're new and fresh, my body feels it, but by the time it's like, by the time a few hours pass, you just kind of adjust and it's fine, and it's all superficial, so it's not going to be a big issue. But oh my gosh, like I think the issue for me is that it's like symmetrical. So it's like if I try to adjust to help one side, it puts pressure on the other side and it hurts. So I'm just kind of like sitting here rigidly, like just hold still. Just hold still. That's probably for the best. It's yeah, it's a situation. It's all part of the territory. It comes with Muay Thai. Like if you're gonna train Muay Thai, you just got to be ready for those types of injuries. It's all part of the training. And the good news is we probably won't work on similar stuff for quite some time. So, we'll it's good. It's good. Everything's fine. I'm just hyper aware of it. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. Yeah, everything is. Yeah, we can do. I guess we could kind of do goals. I don't know. I was avoiding the Oh no, I do have ghouls. There's one of them. Oh, it was the. I think it was the whites. The whites that I was avoiding because I wanted to save those for the Underdark part of it. So yeah, we'll do some ghouls. Why not? Just trying to. We're getting to that point. We're getting to that point where the monsters, in order to reach a reasonable challenge rating, they start getting to some of the more wacky and out there monsters. And I don't want them to thematically or appearance-wise be too wacky and out there for just being on the surface of the mountains. I want to save that stuff for like the more Underdarky type of region inside the mountains when they travel there. It's like, you know, the going, you know, it's like, think about Lord of the Rings. Going over the past, they had to deal with some of the stone giants and stuff, sure. But like, that was the wackiest thing. It wasn't until they went into Moria that they started having to battle Balrogs and fire monsters and shit. So it's like, I gotta try and match that energy here. I could do giant eagles, though. That's good. Eagles would not live inside the mountains. They would live on the outside. So that makes sense. Right. Giant eagle. Giant beagle. Harpies. We discussed having harpies, and they just haven't shown up. But harpies... Oh, no, they have. We have harpies there. Perfect. Already established. Let's put some harpies in there. Yeah, that's perfect. Harpy. No, I don't want any of those. No, I don't want that. We already did giant eagles. No, not bugbear. Not half ogre. No, none of those. God damn it. Oh, hippogriff. We'll do hippogriffs. Why not? Yeah, why not? Hippogriff. Hippogriff, aka not griffin. Very similar. They're thematically similar, but they're different things. Yeah, gnolls, I don't want those. Don't want hobgoblins. I don't know what was in that one that I accidentally skipped over there. Ettins, we've worked with Ettins before. Yeah, 3 Ettins, why not? 3 Ettins. What was the Revenant? What did those ones look like in D&D lore again? All I can ever think of with Revenant is a man getting mauled by a bear. That's all I can ever think. Oh yeah, that's right. They're just like a guy. I don't want that. Give me a different one. Werebear. We could have some fun with werebears. That's not the worst idea. I don't know. I think we can do a bit more thematic. Ghast. There we go. We've used ghasts quite a bit. We've used ghast quite a bit. Just a guy. Yeah, that's right. He's just a guy. He's just some guy. Nobody wants to just fight some guy. Nah, I'm just trying to avoid. I didn't really think about it when I said it, but that is kind of an amusing thing. Just to downgrade the Revenant, like a guy who absorbs the energy of other people and such as, he's just some guy. He's just a dude. But I was getting at, I'm trying to avoid the actual humanoids for this part too, because it wouldn't make much sense. Darn Larry. Larry the Revenant. What was the name of that guy in The Revenant? Not the actor. That was Da Vinci or whatever his face is. DiCaprio. That's the one. Yeah, whatever that guy's name. It's just that guy. He likes to fight bears. He likes to fight bears and protect his child. It's whatever. What the heck is a Bewlet? I don't remember what a Bewlet is. My brain is just not functioning today. Oh yeah, these guys. Those guys are kind of fun. They're like moles. Yeah, let's throw a mole in there. Why not? Why not? Let's throw some moles at them. Not like hairy mole that needs to be looked at, like mole that uses their nose to dig. There's a different kind of mole. Both valuable. Well, no, I'm not even going to say that. A hairy raised mole is not valuable. The treatment for it can be valuable, but I don't know. That's a different conversation. I'm really stretching topics here. Yeah, so we'll throw some Bewlets at them. Bewlet. Oh, Dow. Yeah, we can throw a Dow at him for a medium battle. 1 Dow. No, okay, we need another hard one. We need to find something hard. No comment on where I think we could find something hard. Winky face. Gorgon. Not really what I'm looking for. Total druid. Hobgoblin, blah, 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 blah. I mean, an earth elemental could happen, but again, I want to save the magic for, like, inside. I want, like, the outside of the mountains to just feel like a bunch of creatures that live up there. I mean, obviously there's some inherent magic with a lot of the D&D creatures and stuff, but I want the like really, really aggressive a group of mind flayers. But see, that's what I'm saying though. There's like something exceptional. There's something like that just comes across as more magical about like a mind flayer, rather than like the Pokemon nature of like the Bullets or whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's something that feels different about them. And so I want to save like all of the really nasty, magic-y type of stuff for inside the mountains. Is kind of what I'm going for. Oh, a storm giant wouldn't be bad. We've already established that giants exist around here. I'm mostly using the giants. I'm going to have them be like part of our actual planned missions and stuff if I can. So they haven't really featured. Plus, giants are pretty high CR. I don't know if we'll get there for a group at level 10. But we have established that there are giants around here, so let's go ahead and do a storm giant. Why not? I mean, realistically speaking, the law of odds and all that kind of stuff, they're not going to encounter them. Trolls, I've thought about trolls. The trolls have come up from time to time, and I've thought about them. I guess the reason that I didn't go with trolls is because I kind of view trolls as being a reasonable alternative to giants if I decide that giants are a little too intense for up to a level 10 campaign when I'm thinking about the missions. So I've kind of wanted to save them. Like, I don't want to have too many of the random encounters end up being the same as like the planned dungeons encounters, just because then it starts feeling really monotone. I like the travel encounters to be thematically similar, but like in the details be different, like specifically what you're fighting. See, like the rot troll, like that would be a really good planned boss. Like if we're gonna end up making missions where they can try and be friendly with the trolls, something like a rot troll would be like a good boss or a good way to help a village, because there's a rot troll that lives down the way a little bit and just keeps rotting all over people and being gross. Come on, give me something here. Cyclops, we could throw some Cyclopses at him. We've already done that. The Annis Hag, there we go. Yeah, like you were talking about, we could throw some hags. Let me take a look at the Annis Hag and remember exactly what they look like. Annis Hag. What do you look like? That does look very mountainous, doesn't it? Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's fucking do this shit. Let's throw some Annis Hags at them. Like they find like a little coven of them. Yeah, four Annis Hags. But like I say, because like in terms of love, in terms of laws of odds, hey Omega, how's it going? In terms of law of odds, they're never gonna encounter this. It's not gonna happen. It's a random table that has at any given time a 1 in 20 chance based on their level. So there's basically a 1 in 100 chance that they will ever encounter this. So it's not a big deal. We can really do anything, and statistically speaking, it's not gonna matter. All right, there we go. All right, so there's our ish. What I want to do now, I realized I jumped the gun when I copied and pasted this thing. I hate that it does this. I hate that it does this crap to me. You have to go like from that direction to make it actually like function with all your keyboard shortcuts and shiz. Okay, so we're just gonna copy and paste our daytime. Come on, go over, there we go, but not too far. We're just gonna copy and paste the table and move it over to the nighttime bracket as well, because again, it doesn't really matter what the specifics are within it. We just need tables, but the odds of different types of things happening are different at day versus at night. Oh shit, my dad's texting me again. I wonder if he tried to for anyone who missed it, my dad got a new computer and he has been texting me his laments over trying to figure out how to get it started, and I'm doing my best to help him via text, and it's okay, hold up. Hold on. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Alright, I think... Hold on. Alright. There we go. Yeah, so my dad has still, for the time being, turned off the new computer and set it aside because he was too frustrated trying to figure out how to set it up. But he is now going to Brave. So my dad is the kind of person, who, like, he's really into photos. Like, he's a big picture guy. He loves to take pictures of, like, family events and stuff like that. Like, he loves photo albums and all that kind of stuff. And he likes keeping the digital copies so that if anyone ever wants a copy of any picture, he can provide it for them. And so whenever he has his digital pictures on his old computer and he gets a new computer, he doesn't want to lose those pictures, right? I mean, it makes sense. There's a lot of family history and stuff involved in those pictures. So his solution is to just keep a stack of old laptops in the closet that take like 7 minutes to load up so that he can save the pictures. I'm like, Dad, you can't do that. That's not a reliable way to save them. Like, those computers get older and older, and when you're not using them, they get more and more filled with dust and worse at functioning. You can't reliably save things that way. He's like, well, I don't know how to move them over. All the pictures, there's too many pictures to do it with thumb drives, and like I would have to do it so many times with thumb drives. I'm like, Dad, get an external hard drive. So he finally did that. When he was out shopping for this new computer, he finally got himself an external hard drive. So he's going to now attempt to load up his old computer that he at least knows how the computer works, even though the screen is falling off because the hinges are broken. He can at least start getting that set up. So call it an old man win right there. Oh my god, I love my dad. My father cracks me up. Alright, let's see here. We need to go ahead and add all of our no encounter things because there's plenty of opportunity for them to have boring with their boring stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. I love it when non-tech savvy people help with their PC. That's the thing. I know my dad. My dad's a smart man. Oh wait, no, hold on. No encounter. My dad's a smart man, and there's no doubt in my mind that if he were patient enough, he could figure it out, and he could solve his own problems with it. And do we need 3 or 4? I forget what it's 3. Yeah, wait, no, that's nighttime. That's daytime. 4 for daytime. Okay. Yeah, so there's no doubt in my mind that he could figure it out, but like it would certainly take effort for him. And like I was kind of discussing earlier, the fact is he's kind of embraced the role of being the old guy that just kind of sits to the side and smiles. Like he's pretty content with that stage of life at this point in time. So, you know, and it's like, you know what, Dad, you've done so much for our family in your lifetime that if that's what you decide to do in your golden years, then god damn it, I'll allow it. I'll help you with your computers and shit. But it doesn't stop me from having a chuckle at it. Should work on your own home brews there, Shifting Wolf. I mean, yeah, we should all always work on our own stuff, but let's be real, who has the energy to always be responsible, am I right? I barely worked up the energy to come on here and stream today. Like I was saying, I'm so tired and bruised up right now. Like, my body is ready for a weekend. I've worked hard physically with all my gym sessions and stuff today. But god damn it, I didn't want to disappoint all of you lovely folks. So here we are, and I genuinely am glad I logged on too. I enjoy this. I have a good time with this. It's fun, makes me feel good, and I'm glad I'm here. But also, I'm fucking tired, man. Oh boy. Holy cow, you're keeping track of pages. I have no idea how many pages I've written. Countless, because there's so many different formats and stuff like that. But that's an impressive amount of work. That's good. You should be proud of that. Definitely something to be proud of. And making stuff up as you go. Have you watched my streams? It's like 90% of how I write stuff. Are you kidding me? It's just that, like, the only reason people view me as being particularly prepared, like being prepared and being on the ball, is because I riff and make stuff up as I go before the session. So that way I just have to reiterate whatever random bullshit I made up during the session. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Celtic Monster Manual. I feel like you mentioned that before on a past stream. I feel like I remember you talking about that. That's a rad idea. I like that. I really like that. Always my issue with like coming up with like homebrew monsters or homebrew items. The issue that I always have is like I love the details in terms of like creating a setting. Like I always like the more so like you close your eyes and you visualize a picture, right? I love the more artistic view type of homebrew, like imagining a world, imagining a society and stuff like that. The detailed rules involved in coming up with balanced weapons, armors, magic items, monsters, all that stuff, coming up with the detailed rules and understanding all that stuff for me, just like I could jump as high as possible, it would still go over my head. I struggle so much with trying to understand how to balance things. So for me, when I'm homebrewing monsters and stuff like that, I pretty typically will just find a monster that already exists that basically has the skills and the challenge rating that I'm looking for, and then I just say it's something different. I just call it whatever other thing that I'm looking for. I'm gonna bring this back full screen because we're not working with our Kobold Fight Club at the moment. Yeah, it's a pain. And I mean the thing is, it's a pain, but it's the type of puzzle, like it's the type of puzzle that I think some people really enjoy, but those people are different people than me. You know, like I'm much more of a like picture a scene and describe it in detail to make it come to life in front of us. Like that's a much more narrative type of imagination is what I tend to lean towards. Coming up with the rules and stuff, like I'm definitely, even with rules that are written, I'm definitely a rule of cool DM where it's like someone says they want to do something, I'm like, I'm sure the rules say something specific about it, but it's kind of close to say do an athletics check and let's just see if you fucking pull that shit off. Like that's definitely my approach, which is good for just like low-key games with friends. If I ever were to try and run a game for a game shop or something like that, I'd have to tighten up a little bit. But for me, just goofing around with my friends, or we're just like, you know, they're getting drunk, not me because I don't drink, but they're getting drunk, and we're all just shouting about random magical shit and laughing at whatever random goofy stuff we come up with. That's the you know, rule of cool is kind of it is the way. This is the way. So I'm just putting in the NPC thing here. So this is something that's going to need more work. We're going to have to come back to this later. Dang it. But we're doing the placeholders right now just so I can visualize our different odds of different things happening. But what's going to end up going in there are encounters that can potentially serve as introductions or hooks for all of the different missions, both main and side missions that we come up with later on in this writing process. Sometimes it's fun to just like, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm belching, it's so rude of me. Sometimes it's fun to just kind of drop something in the player's laps, right? And it's like, it can even be fun too. Like I sometimes will like to put in hints like for part of the main story that they shouldn't really be reaching until the later part of the game. Sometimes I'll drop an NPC thing early on in the game and see if they take the bait, and then kind of get a sense for how like in over their heads they would be at this stage. Because if you do that, it's a really good way to make players feel like they're in a real world that will have real consequences for their actions, you know, and so it gives them an understanding like, oh shoot, this is an important thing, we should probably approach this carefully. Plus it gives them a sense of scope for how intense and severe whatever the main storyline they end up committing to is. So it's a really fun way to do that, but since we haven't written any of our missions, it's kind of hard for me to write hooks for our missions right now. So here we are. Okay, so NPCs, so that was for okay, and then we have player characters will have visions. So there's 2 for the daytime, 1 for the nighttime, or no, 2 for nighttime, 1 for daytime. Player visions are kind of the same as the NPC encounters the way I use them. It's a good way, because a lot of times I like to make it easy enough for players to not feel guilty and not feel like they're holding up the game if for some reason they're busy and cannot be at a session. And so what I do is I tie their characters' story missions, like the growth that their characters will go through, I tie that to interactions with their deity and whatnot. So that way, if there's a session when they're when someone can't be there, then it's no problem. The only thing they're holding up is their own character's kind of story and growth. The rest of the main story and stuff can still be pursued by everyone else. So it's just a courtesy that it kind of was born out of a courtesy that I give to my players, so that way they can not feel guilty about having not having the availability to play every single time. So yeah. Hey, Prince John. Yeah, apparently I hit 100 followers. I wasn't paying attention. And that happened. I don't know who it was. But we got there. Yeah, it was a fun thing. I wasn't paying attention. Like, I have no idea at any given time what my followers are, because I made it pretty clear. I just do this for fun. So, like, I'm not sitting here, like, kind of, like, you know, refreshing the stats, trying to get my number of viewers up and shit like that. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I'm having fun with this, and it's fun to talk with people, so we'll just stream it and see who stops by. So I'm, like, one of the worst streamers for that. If you're looking for, yeah, for a message for anyone out there, if you're looking for the gratification of being congratulated on being this number of follower or whatnot, not the channel for it. If you want to have conversation, come here, and I'll chit-chat. I'll acknowledge you. But yeah, that's how I feel, Prince John. I think it helps that I don't really have visions of being a famous, you know, Twitch streamer or something like that. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to be the, you know, trying to compete with like Ninja or Lyric or any of those guys. It's a completely different world, and it's just 100% like, not saying that they're doing things wrong in their lives or whatever, but it's just not what I'm after. It's not my jam, not my jam. So, but yeah, we made 100 followers. So I don't know, what's the next goal supposed to be? 200? Do we double it, or do we just like jump straight to 500 next, like half 1,000? Fucking, I don't know. I don't know. Tell your friends, like and subscribe, all that shit. I don't know. Whatever I'm supposed to say to please whatever algorithm is in place now. I don't know, man. Fuck it. I don't know how any of this shit works. All right, let's see here. So we've got kind of our baseline stuff. So the next step here is now we get to do the fun part of coming up with all of our magical interactions and stuff that could possibly happen. But I'm going to first, before we dive into that, I'm gonna let myself. I've started kind of letting myself take like a 5-minute break halfway through these like 2-hour streams that I do, and it's been a big improvement on my bladder comfort. As well as just giving me a second to breathe so my voice doesn't fall apart. So I'm going to do that for myself. I'm going to take just like 5 minutes tops. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. I promise I'm going to be back, and we're going to start working on magic stuff. So, you know, hang tight for a couple minutes, or don't. Like, go do other stuff. I don't give a shit. Like, you guys live your lives. You guys do what you want to do to live your lives. I ain't a cop. I ain't going to force you anything. But if you wanted to stick around, I would be appreciative, and we will continue this and all of our fun conversations in a couple minutes. But I gotta make pity whistles, and probably grab a handful of Skittles, because that's just what I do nowadays. So sit tight. I'll be right back. It's just like it says right there. I'll be right back. I promise. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. And I got a mouthful of Skittles. You guys get to have the ASMR experience from me now. If I'm in a good place, I love Skittles. This is fucking amazing. Goddamn good. Holy shit. Alright, just a second. No. 1 minute. Alright. There we go. Was that arousing to you guys? You freaks. I've never really understood the ASMR trend. Some people are super into it, and it's like, you know what? If that's what you're into, then go for it. But I don't know, someone breathily whispering into my ear doesn't really do much for me. Some people love it. Some people love it. I just love Skittles. I mean, seriously, does anyone need any candy in their lives other than Skittles? Sorry, I bumped the desk, and so now I'm shaking a bit here. But seriously, does anyone need candy other than Skittles in their lives? The correct answer is no. You might want other candy, but you don't need other candy. Skittles will suffice, for sure. I don't know. Alrighty, so we were gonna work on some magic tables. So let's go ahead and get our half and half going again here. And let's pull up, where is it? This is the one. Boom, this is what we have been using for coming up with magical radiation stuff in the world. Which is super fun, I love it. This is an awesome table, or awesome, yeah, this table that I found. It's awesome, it's got 1,000 things. It's really cool. It's really cool. You can probably, yeah, y'all can see at least the start of the the URL up there, so it's like, you know, go search for it if you want. The way I found it was I typed in D&D random magic effect or something like that. Great resource, highly recommend it. Yeah, we do that, and then add in, we don't need this anymore. Random number 1 to 1,000. Boom, there it is. So yeah, you just start doing this. 124. Number 124. And then we just kind of pontificate on ways to, on ways to incorporate this into our world where magical things, just sort of happen in the world. And I really like it. It adds a bit of wonderment to everything. I think it's a great way to do things. Alright. Alright, alright, snowfall. 1D 1,000 yard radius centered around the nearest person that you. 1D 1,000 yard radius? For 90% of those distances. Yeah, like for anything over like 5 yards, it's not gonna really make a difference because it's just gonna follow your party and it's gonna be weird. I don't know, that's a weird stipulation. However, we can use magical snowfall. I think magical snowfall will be an excellent I don't know what word I was trying to find for. An excellent starting point, maybe? I don't know, snowfall. An excellent baseline? I don't know. I lost track of that sentence halfway through. I'm tired. I'm very tired. Alright, let's see here. Magical event. Snow begins falling all around. Just say all around. Let's see. How does this end up challenging players? Players make dexterity save, medium difficulty. I'm just gonna actually just say medium because I know what I mean. Players make dexterity save, medium. Anyone who fails slips and slips and slides down the mountain. losing 1d6 health and needing to find a way to climb back up. Boom. There we go. Simple as that. Simple as that. You know, it doesn't even. This one's almost not even a magical event. It's just an event. But there's nothing wrong with that. It would have definitely been a more magical event if this was happening in the plains or in the underground. Ooh, that'd be kind of fun. Snowfall in the underground. They're like, where's this shit coming from? That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Anywho, let's get another random number. 382. Why is it like all faded like that? That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. 382. Why doesn't he just use the bar on the side? Why does he insist on scrolling that way? What was it? 382. 382. Ears. You grow pointed ears like an elf. If you are an elf, you just go to double the size permanently. I like that. I like that. Players make Constitution. Actually, no, I'm gonna make this one. I don't know. Yeah, let's do Constitution. Constitution. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Not really Constitution. Maybe Wisdom. Let's make it a Wisdom save. I don't know. It's kind of arbitrary. Make Wisdom save medium. If fail, grow elf ears or extra long ears if already an elf. They'll grow elf ears. Ears can only be returned to normal by magical means. Boom. There we go. Nothing other than an appearance change. I don't know, it could be, like, if they're a human that get the elf ears, then they could be mistaken as a half elf. I don't know, maybe that'll mean something to, like, if they come across a racist NPC, which I tend to avoid in my games. Mostly because I'm a little baby and I don't like even play acting for the sake of a villain. I don't really like playing racist people in D&D. I don't like having to roleplay that. It makes me really uncomfortable, if I'm being perfectly honest. 689. I just don't have a whole lot of practice at being racist. I do my best to avoid anything like that, so having to act that way. Oh my god, spider. Okay, hold on. You guys. Should I make them have a Spider-Man spider and make it canonical that one of them will develop Spider-Man powers if they get bit by this spider?
Only to the extent of which you program it to.
That almost might make them a little overpowered.
Will be your friend.
From like wall climbing shit.
No more than the table you built it on will be.
Let's see. Magical. Okay, here's an idea how we can balance it. I got an idea. I've got an idea. If anyone thinks that this is a bad approach, then speak up or forever hold your peace. That's your magical event. Players make perception checks. Lowest is affected. Let's see if they see. Player walks through a near invisible spider web and is bitten by the resident spider. The player develops spider-like qualities in that they develop an appetite for bugs and have advantage on climbing skill checks. Effects last 1d4 days. There we go. So they kind of become a weird, crappy knockoff version of Spider-Man. I actually really like that one. That'd be a good one to throw at players. I like it. Alright, sorry, my in-ear monitor. My in-ear monitor was getting a little jostled out of place there. 592. Duplicate. All creatures in a 60-foot radius hostile to the caster are duplicated, including possessions. Not bad. Although I don't know that I want to make it hostile creatures. Just because it's a random event table, and so the idea is if they get these things, then that's in exchange for hostile creatures. So what I instead want to do, magical event. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm drinking. It was a mistake to drink a soda. It makes me very belchy, and I feel like, you know, after that whole bit with the Skittles there, like, if I'm gonna make bodily function noises into the microphone, I like it to be kind of on purpose and contained for the sake of a joke. Just generally speaking, belching into the mic repeatedly it's rude. I don't like it. So I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have had a soda. It's my mistake. That was my mistake. I was a fool. I was a damn fool. Anyway, what was I working on? Ah, yes. Duplicate. Magical event. Players roll. Let's make it an intelligence check. I don't know. Well, I suppose wisdom is more to the point. Wisdom check. Medium. If fail, a duplicate. A duplicate? Wow. A duplicate version of the character appears. Duplicates will mimic their originals, like in Mario 3. So this is where I put little notes to myself because I'm the one using this, and so this will help me remember what I was thinking of, like in Mario 3D with the cherries and the multiple dudes following same inputs. That's how I'm going to remember what I'm kind of going after here. So it's like they just mimic the moves right at the exact moment. Mimic their originals. Let's see here. Duplicates stay until next day, or if identified as the duplicate and not the original. And we'll do you know, we'll just let them figure out if they want to puzzle that one on their own. We'll just let them decide if they want to try and puzzle out and figure out how that would work. The wonderful power of yes and. One of my favorite tools to use as a DM. I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. So. Let's see here. Now. Okay, I want to copy this one. We need to take two of them and put them in the daytime. That's like one of the few, it's like one of the lazy, you know, corner cuts that I let myself use, since I have so many tables that I'm making. We're going to end up with 8 tables for this particular campaign. So, no need to add more work than necessary. We need to have 8 tables, and we're working on numbers 3 and 4 right now. So, yeah, so we just kind of copy and paste some of those things just to kind of, you know, gently nudge along the process, so it doesn't take too long. As much as I love doing this, it's more a matter of just making sure I eventually get to other things than me being bored with this. Ooh, Angel Devil. So yeah, so we got those 2 there. This last one is going to be, we'll copy down, eventually we'll pull up a treasure table. It's possible while they're traveling during the day that they find, typically speaking, it's flavored as like the remnants for like some sort of caravan or traveling group that was, you know, out in the wilderness or whatever. So it's usually like that. That's treasure. But yeah, we're basically just finishing up our magics here. So let's see here. 564. Angel Devil. A devil-angel duo appears at the caster's shoulders and advises them appropriately as to what to do for the next 1d10 hours. Oh my god, I love that one. Dracola event. let's see here. Literal manifestations of. Oh, wait here. Let's do this. Characters. Wait. Players. Role. Let's do let's do wisdom for it. Wisdom checks. Lowest is affected. Let's see here. Angel and devil appear as literal what am I trying to think of here? Manifestations, I guess, as literal manifestations of their conscience. Last for 1d10 hours and will offer good / bad ideas appropriately. I'm trying to decide if they'll have any actual sway over the individual. You know, like if an individual would be at a disadvantage for a save based on which, like, what the angel and devil are saying to them about what they should do. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. I'm hitting a wall. Oh my goodness, I apologize. I want to stay awake. I want to keep working. Luckily, I grabbed a caffeinated beverage here. Now that the soda's gone. So, hey, fanboy, how's it going? How's it going? Well, you got a dance party going on there. Thank you, fanboy. I appreciate your faith. It's the support of all of you guys. It's the support from all of you guys that keeps me going. It's like when you're at a theater production of Peter Pan and everyone has to cheer you on so that Tinkerbell doesn't die or some random dark shit, which I always thought it would be really funny if there was an audience that just refused to participate. And like, would they go with it? Like, if there was an audience that just like planned ahead to refuse to participate in that, would the actors and actresses, like, would they be committed enough to the fan interaction to be like, well, I guess Tinkerbell's dead and I guess the play's over, see you guys, and then just like let that be an alternate ending? Or if they would, like, I don't know, just like sit there and be like, you know, power through, and even though it's silent, be like, you did it. Oh man, I buy tickets to the last showing. Yeah, that's true. If it's the last showing, they're probably out of fucks to give, so it's like whatever their true reaction is gonna be is gonna happen. That's funny. That'd be really funny. Oh god, caffeine. Carry me through, caffeine. Oh man. Yeah, man. I need some. I see. What I need is like not weekend energy. I need to get to the weekend so that it's permissible for me to have no energy. That's where I'm at. Ah, man. The Wizard of Oz, the last show. Oh my goodness. It's always fun when you get an audience that's like 100% on the same page about something. Like even without, like, especially if there's no planning ahead. And the one thing that I can think of, and admittedly, this wasn't a shining moment of innocence. We were being little assholes. But when I was in high school, I remember we had to go and sit in at this presentation in this auditorium. And I think there was like some confusion about it because we were all told that it was going to be like this presentation about the Civil War. Because like in my school, they would always, across all of the grades and everything, they would try to like coordinate their units. So we were all kind of going over Civil War or World War II or whatever it was at the same time. And so we're sitting there and we were told like, oh, there's these people, they made a movie about the Civil War and they're going to talk about the history of the Civil War. And what it ended up being was them talking about the process of making the movie. So it wasn't a Civil War lecture, it was a filmmaking lecture. And we were all like super confused and super disinterested because most of us didn't really want to sit into, because it was like they did it during the last period on a Friday. So we just like, our interest was like rock bottom from the get-go. And as soon as that happened, it just drove it into the sand, and we didn't care. So every time they would show, like, so throughout the lecture they would be up there talking, like they'd be on the stage talking, and then they would dim the lights so they could show part of the movie. So because like what they were doing is they would show part of this little film, and they'd be like, so here's how we went about like the filmmaking process for this part of the film and stuff. Every single time they turned down the lights, about half of us in the audience, and I didn't participate, but I wasn't going to tell people around me to stop doing it. I thought it was hilarious. But people, like half of us, would start like crackling and blowing bubbles with our gum. So like the entire time the lights were down, just like, it sounded like the inside of someone's mouth when they had Pop Rocks. Like there's just this constant crackling and popping. And like the teachers, every time that would happen, they would be like, stop doing that! But it's like the lights were off, and there was probably 150 kids doing it. How are they going to stop us? Right? And that happened for like the whole hour of the thing. And it was such a dickish thing to do, because the only people that really insulted are the poor people that were giving the presentation. And they didn't understand what our problem was. They were hired to give a lecture, you know? And like, I think it's pretty clear, that like they would have advertised it. It was whoever hired them wasn't paying attention to what the lecture would be about. So it's like, in retrospect, you feel really bad, but at the time it was an impressive coming together by a bunch of us shitty teenage high schoolers. And it was, I don't know, there's something magical about it. I'm always like, maybe in a less disruptive manner, it would be really funny to see audiences just sort of like magically come together in those ways. The Area 51 raid mentality. Yeah, exactly. They can't stop all of us. Only I feel like the Area 51 raid was misguided, because the military could most definitely stop a couple hundred assholes from the internet. Like, they most definitely had the firepower to stop that if that's what it came to. Oh, God. But it is the same spirit. It was the same spirit. God, I haven't thought about that in a long time. I haven't thought about that event in a long time. That's one of my better memories from high school. And like I say, I'm not proud of the memory, but golly, was it funny when it happened. Because then we all, like, it was like at the end of the day, and so we all had to go spend the last like 5 minutes at our classes after the presentation was done. So we go back there, and like all of the teachers, like we all compared notes from our respective teachers once we were done, after class, and all of the teachers were like, oh my God, like you'd think that we had just like beaten up someone. Like all of us gotten together to beat the pulp out of like 2 or 3 kids or something like that. They were so mad at us. They were so mad, and they were like, this was a dark day for our school. Like, our school did not shine today. And I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, do you think anyone cares? Do you think this is gonna shame? Like, no one is receiving any punishment for this. Half of the teachers thought it was funny. Like, you could see them smirking, but they knew they couldn't promote that behavior. It was a clusterfuck. And really what it comes down to also is we were a bunch of shitty, snotty teenagers. Of course we were going to be little assholes. What teenager isn't an asshole? That's what they do. Anywho. Okay, number 239. See, this is the thing. This is why, as tired as I am, why I wanted to get on and stream. It's because sitting here and chatting with people and coming up with these stories is really fun, and it kind of gives you a little bit of energy. Like, I'm definitely someone who's pretty introverted, so as a general rule, I recharge on my own. But like in the moment, this is fun. Like, this is way better than just like sitting on the couch trying to stay awake or something like that. 239, Wall of Fire. Oh, that's like a perfect one. Magical event. Wall of Fire. Let's see. Actually, I'm just gonna make it more narrative here. A wall of fire appears on the path in front of the players. They must either find a way to dispel magic, Or is that, wait, hold on. Is Dispel a real word, or is that like a, oh yeah, yeah, it's the only one. Dispel magic, or, because I was thinking like spell as in like S-P-E-L-L. I don't know. Fuck it, man. I'm not a speller, okay? I'm not that adorable girl who just won the spelling bee. Was that like last night or something? And now all the news is like in love with her because she actually showed emotion compared to most of the kids that just like stand there and are like, I guess I won the spelling bee. Like, she was like super excited. It was super cute. I saw that video. But I ain't her. I ain't her. Oh shit, we got another text from my dad. Okay, here we go. Let's see it. Did he figure anything out? Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god, my dad, my poor dad. So he figured out the way to, so what's causing all of his issues is apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently his computer, apparently Microsoft now does a thing with like some of their computers that his computer came to him in like S mode or safe mode is what I'm guessing it is. And in order to unlock it from that, he needs to log into his Microsoft account. And apparently it's not accepting his credentials for that, and he's being stubborn and refuses to change his password for it. So he's locked out of his own computer by his own frustration. Oh my god, my dad. My dad, I love him so much. He's such a stubborn old man sometimes. Oh, he cracks me up. Cracks me up. Anywho, that's on him. That's on him. If he's just too stubborn to go through the process of changing his password, because he's like, my guess is he's afraid that he'll never remember a new password because it's been the same password for years and years, because he's definitely not of a generation that understands password security and changes their stuff from time to time. So he, so that's the latest update in the saga of my dad and his new computer. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, let's see. They must either find a way to dispel magic or find another route. If If finding another way around, add a day to travel time. Boom. There we go. That's a nice inconvenience for him.
I think Eat Fresh is a great slogan. They
Okay.
managed to convince an entire continent, if
Next
not
one.
the globe, that
Another!
eating bread was
56.
somehow
Oh, we're keeping it to the low numbers today. Random number generator. Toothy Grin. Caster's teeth become elongated, sharp, and pointed. Strange teeth do not affect most in-game situations, but a DM might rule that they provide some circumstance penalties in social situations. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Players
fresh.
roll. Let's make it a wisdom save. Wisdom saves. Lowest is affected.
Fresh.
Individual grows. We'll say grows orc-sized fangs. Those orc-sized fangs can only be removed surgically or magically. Surgically or magically. Let's see here. Players. Let's see. A player has disadvantage on persuasion rolls and advantage on intimidation rolls until removed. Boom. There we go. I like that one, actually. I really like that one. I like that one a lot. Alright, another! Oh, alright, it's right there. Rain. Okay, yeah. Magical event. A torrential downpour begins. Players must collectively pass nature checks. Pass nature checks overall in order to proceed. Nature checks, let's do that at medium. That's usually the default for these things unless I have a really good reason to change it. Nature checks overall in order to proceed. Let's see here, we'll say if fail, lose sight of trail. And let's see here. Let's see, if fail, lose pathway, and lose 2 days of travel time. So it's like their options are to either rest for the night, right, and survive the rain, you know, like wait for the rain to subside and lose like 1 day, or they can try to lose 0 days but be at risk of losing 2 days. I'm going to add a note just to make sure that's clear. If they choose to wait out the storm, only lose 1 day of travel. Boom. There we go. That's good. That's good. All right. I'm gonna do the torrential downpour one. That's a good one. And then the other one, I actually really like this Fangs one. I kind of want to do that one. The Wall of Fire is a good one. But I think the Fangs is a fun one just because it's something that will probably impact them even longer overall. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Alright, let's get another. 375. Where's 375? Orcs. Shrubbery a few yards away warns you of a nearby land of a band of orcs. Actually true, but far too late. 10 orcs step up to your party and explain that they're going to eat you for supper. Alright, we're not gonna have actual orcs show up, but let's see here. I like the idea. I'm actually kind of latching onto the idea of the shrubbery being something for them to interact with here. A shrubbery. Let's see here. Magical event. A talking shrub nearby claims to know of a shortcut. It is correct about this shortcut. Players. Let's see. If players investigate to determine if trustworthy, medium checks, and we'll just let them figure out based on what they're trying to do for there. But that works. I like that one. All right. 559. Where is it? Insects. 2D100. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Magical event. Let's just say a relentless swarm of beetles reaches the players. All must make dexterity saves, medium, or else stumble off the mountain path while being pelted by the bugs. 1d6 fall damage and must find a way back up. Boom. There we go. Here we go. I like that one. I like that one. Let's get another 758. Oh boy, vacuum. Oh, excuse me. Vacuum 10 feet centered on caster. Okay, magical event. A crevice. Crevice? I don't know how to spell crevice. Crevice? Crevice, there it is. Ha, I got there. I got there. Boy, that's an embarrassing thing. I should probably be smart enough to edit that out of the VOD. I won't, because I have no shame, but truthfully, I'm not even actually embarrassed. I'm just saying that because I know I should be embarrassed. So sue me! Alright. A crevice in the rock wall. There's a strong vacuum effect. If players investigate, make a dexterity check, or else, let's see, dexterity, well, we'll say dexterity save, medium, or else a stray bit of clothing gets sucked in. Player can make strength check, medium, to break free, or else rip / take off the clothing to get free. Boom. I actually really like that one too. That's a fun one. That's a fun one. Especially if someone has like some sort of like magical cloak or something. Holy shit, that would be hilarious. That would be a good one. That'd be a really good one. Alright. Let's generate a new one. 197. 197. Alright, 197. Oh, 197. Gold! Great. Who doesn't love gold? I mean, let's be real here. Everyone loves gold. Gold's great. So, let's see here. Well, sort of. Your pockets always seem to be filled with the golden coins. Same as Fool's Gold. That's 24 weeks. Oh my god, I love this magical event. I know exactly what we're going to do for traveling for this one. And a apparent pot of gold lies just a short ways off the trail. The gold is trick gold that will disappear as soon as the player actually tries to purchase something with it. And I love the idea of them mixing that gold in with all of their pouches, so that we have to come up with some sort of rule where it's like they'll know how much gold that they do actually have, but there's the chance, like just a 1d100 chance that if they try to buy something, they'll accidentally give the merchant they'll accidentally give the merchant like the fake gold that will then disappear and could potentially upset a merchant or something. So I'm gonna do that. If coins are mixed in, have player write down how many until an equivalent amount of gold is spent, have them roll. We'll have it be. I don't know. Well, let's see. How do I want to do this? I want to make this so that's not super annoying, but it can still be there, just to add some hijinks to it. Till that much is spent, have them roll 1d. We'll say 1d. Let's do 1d6. On a 6, they hand the merchant fake gold on accident. I really like that one. That one sounds like it'd be really fun, just because that one's a good one that could really lead to some hijinks later on, like long after the actual first event happens here. So I'm gonna copy this one, and this is one of the ones we're gonna put up here on our daytime potential events, because that seems really funny to me. I'm gonna do that one, and I want to do the talking shrub one. I love the idea of there being a perfectly trustworthy talking shrub, but like, because players are players, they refuse to trust it and are convinced that the thing is trying to mislead her or just dumb as hell. Like, I think that's really fun. All right, let's do a few more. I'm looking at my time. I got about 15 minutes. Let's do a few more before I gotta get going and try to find a way to stay awake for the rest of the afternoon for the work day. Oh my goodness. 1:51. 1:51. Delay. Your spell is delayed for 1d4 weeks. Not quite sure what happened. Oh my god. Okay. Magical event. Let's see here. Let's see. Have each magic using PC make a note. The next time they try to cast a spell, it fails. Yeah, we'll just do that. And it's just one. Yeah, and we'll say only happens the once, and there is no clear indication why. Boom, just like that. It's as simple as that. Just like a random failed spell, and they're just like, what? And that would be a really good way to mess with players. 502. Oops, too far. 502, reduced. Height and mass is reduced by... Okay, let's hear. Magical event. Let's do... Players make constitution checks. Lowest... Actually, no, we're gonna do it for this one. Constitution checks. Medium. If fail, shrink to one size class smaller than normal. Effect lasts. I'm gonna say just 1d6 days. Let's just do 1d4 days. D4 days, or until magically removed. Boom. Okay. Pretty simple one right there. Sorry, I did not mean to bump my microphone. I'm sure that was kind of loud on the speakers. My apologies. My nose itched. 194. Uno 94. Hello. All your friends, even distant ones, are mystically teleported to your location. Alright, not the worst idea. But for a party that's sticking together... okay, hold on though. I'm kind of brainchilding an idea here. Magical event. Players are randomly teleported to a wizard's living room. He is startled and apologizes profusely, claiming he was trying to call his buddy. He returns the players, but not quite in the same spot. Lose 1 day of travel. Boom. There we go. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. That's a good one. 171. Oh, I apologize. Troll, a maddened tribe of trolls set out in order to make dinner of you, but in some strange way you're aware of their plans and can act accordingly. I already did something like this one. We already rolled this one. It was something similar. And I ended up having it be like a paranoia thing for him. Let's see here. I don't know. I'm gonna do a different one. I don't know that I want to. There's 1,000 things here, and we don't even need close to 1,000, so I just don't really want to do repeats. I want fresh stuff. I think it's more fun. 227. Like throughout the world, there'll be plenty of repeats, but within the same campaign, I think variety wins out. I think variety is king there. Okay, what was it? What was it? 227. Now you've done it. Your magic has upset the very forces of nature. 1d8 minor elementals turn up to give you and your party a lesson you may not be able to forget. Let's see here. Let's do magical event. Okay, I'm gonna make this actually much more innocent. A band of small fire elementals pops into existence by the players. They are bickering about needing to ask for directions. If approached, will talk with players and ask for directions to the quote fire palace. I don't know, just riff in there. Palace, yeah. Are bickering about needing to ask for directions. If approached, will talk with players and ask for directions to the fire palace. Excuse me. Excuse me. Are happy to chat with players longer, but ultimately leave on their way. Boom. Simple as that. That's all it takes. Something simple and fun and goofy. It doesn't always have to have major lasting impacts, you know what I mean? So, okay, wait, hold on, I gotta pick a couple here. I gotta pick 2 of them. Let's see here. I like this one, of them just like randomly appearing somewhere else and not having any idea of why or what caused it. Oh, I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Let's do the shrinking one. That one's kind of fun too. I like that one. Okay. Alright, looking at the time, I have kind of a couple more minutes, but really, it's getting towards the end there, and I am so beat right now. I think I might try and sneak a short nap in before I have to get back to work, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm a tired dude right now, man. It's been a busy, full week for me. And I'm excited about a weekend to sleep it off. And I'm almost there. But yeah, that's we're gonna call it a session there. Yeah, I think that's good for the day. We made some good progress on our magical tables. We had some fun discussions, shared some fun stories. Good stream overall. Good stream. I'm glad I did it. Despite being quite beat. Yeah, so it is Friday, which means the last of my scheduled streams is wrapping up right here, right now. I can tell you that this weekend is very wide open for me, so I will likely be streaming a lot tonight and tomorrow throughout the day. So look forward to that. For next week, I have not heard back confirmation about this, but it's looking pretty likely that my schedule will change so that I am unavailable to stream Wednesdays at all, but will be likely available to do longer streams or maybe double up on what type of stream I do every other day of the week. Everything is in limbo with us as my place of employment is trying to figure out how to get back to something a bit more normal. Now that COVID in my area is winding down, we're getting really good vaccination numbers. We're getting ready to just be back out in the world doing stuff again, which I'm very excited about. I'm very ready for. But the upshot is that we're trying to figure it out, but things are in limbo, and it seems like things change a little bit every day. So I cannot directly confirm exactly what next week's schedule is going to be. As of right now, it looks like I will not be streaming Wednesdays, but I will be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday as time allows. And it looks like I might have the opportunity to even do maybe every day that I am streaming now, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, do writing for an hour to 2 hours, and then have time to then also do a video game stream immediately afterwards, is what is potentially happening. I don't know. That could change at any given time. But right now, I guess what I'm saying is right now, I am planning on next week streaming around this time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and possibly streaming for longer so long as work function permits. That's the big thing for all of it. My day job does have to come first, so if I have meetings that disrupt that general pattern, that's how it's going to be. And I'll have to either disappear for an hour and then come back or end early for the day. But that's what it's looking like right now. That's the last iteration of my schedule that I heard. But things change quite frequently, so I reserve the right to be made a liar and to have to do things differently for you guys. So that's where it stands right now. So I'm going to do my best to, if that's what's going to happen, I'm going to do my best to just weekly, at the beginning of the week, post up on my channel when my stream schedule is going to be, what I'll be streaming and when I'll be doing it. So that way people can have an idea of when they might want to tune in. I haven't been doing that just because things have been a lot more fluid lately, but we're trying to get ourselves back to more rigid schedules, which will hopefully give me a bit more permanence in terms of when I can specifically stream and what I'll be streaming. So keep an eye out for that. As I'm figuring that out too, I have pretty much set up a Discord server, and I know a lot of people have been interested in that. So I am going to finally be brave and this weekend figure out what I got to do to link that Discord server to my Twitch channel, so that way you guys can continue to have discussions. We can all chit chat about whatever homebrew projects we're working on and stuff like that as far as the writing goes. We can chit chat about whatever games I'm streaming, what games people want me to stream, and all that kind of stuff. I'm making it my goal this weekend to get that set up and attached to the Twitch channel so we can get that going. So look forward to those two things this weekend. I think they're going to be good things. I think that they're going to be fun things to have for the stream. I'm looking forward to being able to sort of build a bit more of a community with all of us home brewers and all that kind of stuff. I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So keep an eye out for that as well. The only thing that I ask anyone who's seeing this, and I will probably ask it every time I stream for a couple weeks, my only request is that y'all behave yourselves on the Discord channel so that I don't have to really do any modding, okay? I really don't want to have to moderate heavily, mainly because I don't have time. I don't have time to do that, so it's going to kind of be an all or nothing thing. It's going to be if people can behave it themselves and people aren't being mean to each other, people are being appropriate and kind to each other. If people are appropriate, kind, and productive, constructive in what they're saying to each other, then great, we're good. If people start causing problems, then we're just gonna ditch the Discord idea. We're just gonna ditch it. And I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But I don't have time to sit here and be a full-time moderator. I'll have time to, like, myself, I'll have time to log on a couple times throughout the day and respond to anything that people have said, any specific questions people have asked and stuff like that. So, at any rate, look for all of that stuff. So next week will probably be kind of a weird week, trying some new stuff, but I'm excited about it. I think it'll be fun to try some new stuff. It's always fun to mix things up, try different things. And I'm excited about the prospect of being able to, every day that I'm streaming, do some writing and do some video gaming. I think it'll be a better way to build consistent audiences if it's a bit more reliable, that I'll be here every day at this time doing this thing and then at the same time doing that other thing. I think it'll be fun for people to, it'll be a longer window of time for people to hang out. You can just like roll from watching me do some writing to watching me do some video gaming and stuff like that, and vice versa depending on the day. I think it'll be a fun thing for our small pocket of community, my apparent 100 followers that I have now. It'll be fun for all of us to sort of build a stronger community and maybe get to know each other a little bit better. To me, that's what the value of the stream is, getting to know some people and have some fun conversations while I'm partaking in these hobbies that I do anyway. So, but yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got for today. So thank you for everyone who stopped by, had some conversations, had some fun conversations today. It was a good day. Good day for conversations. Saw a lot of you guys. It's fun stuff. Anyone who's watching the VOD after the fact, thank you so much for doing that too. The support is meaningful to me. It really means a lot to me that people care about what I'm writing, what I'm playing, what I'm saying, to the point that they would even want to be here even when they can't necessarily interact. That means a lot to me. I appreciate that. So to all of you guys, I appreciate every single one of you. The thing that I just always ask to, and this kind of is, it's the discussion about being appropriate in Discord stems from the same wish that I have of every stream of be good to each other. You guys are all really cool people to me. And I really hope that you bring that same positive energy to everyone else that you interact with out in the world. Because it's very obvious to me that you are all capable of being very cool people, and I hope that you don't reserve that for just me in your lives. I hope you share that attitude with the world all day, every day. So just keep doing that. Just keep being the cool people I know you are. And I'm a happy fella. So, but yeah, that's what I got for today. So thank you so much for stopping by. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys again, either later tonight or tomorrow at some point in time as we head into the weekend. I hope you all have wonderful weekends. And yeah, take care of yourselves, and we will see you later. So, bye now. See you later. Goodbye.